Dear students, good morning to all of you. I think all of you are very fine. In earlier classes, we have learned about hygiene. I hope all of you are apply this hand washing and your body is now fit. Now you are fit both physically and mentally. There are so many causes which may disturb your fitness, our fitness. This fitness may be physical fitness, maybe mental fitness. The main factors of various types of diseases. Today we shall discuss about diseases. Your fitness, my fitness may disturb by some facts. When we are fit, we are participate in games and sports and do exercise enthusiastically, and we have cheerful mind, but our body may get infected for different reasons. Infection make the body weak and feeble. So we shall learn what is disease, or what do you mean by disease, or what is the causes of disease. We shall learn about this one by one. First of all, we shall learn what is disease, or what do you mean by disease. A disease is an abnormal state of our body and mind that changes the normal state of our body and mind due to infection and disturb our normal activities. Is another way. A disease is an abnormal a disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of an organism, that is not due to any immediate external injury. At this disease, there are, first we shall learn causes of disease. There are so many causes of disease. They are as follows. Number one, it the microbes enters in our body, then disease may occur, such as cholera, smallpox, etc. Number two, in absence of nutrients in our daily meal, such as vitamin, salt, protein, etc. etc. Number three, abnormal changes of various chemical substance in our body, such as adequate and inadequate presence of urea, uric acid, hormone, etc. Number four, effect of dust particles, metallic substance, gases, etc. Number five, effect of radiation and electric energy. Number 5, external injury. All of those are the main causes of disease. And next, we shall learn about the transmission of disease. This disease, how it is transmitted from one person to another person, one place to another person's. That is the transmission of diseases. Diseases are transmitted from person to person by direct or indirect contact. Contain types of virus, bacteria, parasites, and fungi can all cause the infectious diseases. Simple the preventive measure such as frequent hand washing. Earlier classes we learned frequent hand washing can cut down the disease transmission. So first we shall learn the cut down the chain of disease transmission. If we can do it, then we can easily prevent various types of diseases. The next, the types of direct contact. Number 1, person to person contact. If one person infected, he comes, the another fit persons, then disease easily can transmitted from infected person to fit persons. Number 2, droplet spread. The spray of droplet during coughing and sneezing can spread an infectious diseases. Number 3, animal bites such as hydrophobia. All of you are know the hydrophobia, the disease. Then the indirect contact, how indirectly the disease infected from one person to another person, from infected person to fit person. Number 1, airborne transmission. Number 2, contaminated objects. Number 3, food and drinking water. Number 4, animal to person contact. Number 5, insect bites. And then we shall learn about the various types of diseases. First of all, the classification of diseases. According to transmission, the diseases are two types. One is the communicable disease or infectious disease. Another is non-communicable disease. There are two types of disease. Again, I said, number 1, communicable disease or infectious disease. Number 2, non-communicable disease. Number 1, infectious disease. Infectious disease. Infectious disease means a clinically manifested disease of man or animal resulting from an infection. Communicable diseases are caused by pathogenic microorganisms such as bacteria, virus, parasites, or fungi. The diseases can be spread as transmitted directly or indirectly from one person to another. An illness due to specific infectious agent or its toxic products capable of being directly or indirectly transmitted from man to man, animal to animal, or from the environment to man or animal is called communicable disease or infectious disease. The name of subcommunicable diseases are dysentery, cholera, influenza, malaria, AIDS, dengue, etc. We shall learn about this disease later class, next class. Now we shall learn the way for the control of infectious diseases. How we can control the various infectious diseases. That is the way for the control of infectious diseases. Number 1, early diagnosis. Number 2, notification. Number 3, isolation. Number 4, quarantine. Number 5, immunization. Number 6, disinfection. Number 7, training and education. The first one, early diagnosis. The first step for the prevention and control of infectious diseases is its rapid identification. Early diagnosis is needed to confirm the disease. Number 2, notification. Once an infectious disease has been detected, it should be notified to the local health authority and administration. Notification enables the early detection of disease outbreak, which helps to take the immediate action to control their spread. Number 3, isolation. Isolation is the oldest method for the control of infectious disease. Isolation is a person of separation that prevents or limits direct or indirect transmission of infectious agent. Isolation is very effective in the control of disease like cholera, diphtheria, plague, etc. Number 4, quarantine. Quarantine has been defined as the limitation of freedom of movement of such wild persons or domestic animals exposed to communicable disease for a period of time not longer than the longest usual incubation period of the disease. Number 5, immunization. Immunization is an effective way of controlling the spread of infection. It is a much means of protecting a large number of people. There are some infectious diseases whose control is mainly dependent on the immunization, like tetanus. And number 6, disinfection. Disinfection is a process of killing the infectious agents outside the body of various physical and the chemical method. Number 7, training and education. Training and education related to prevention and control of infectious disease play an important role. Mass education and awareness may be developed through mass media and electronic media like TV. Non-communicable disease. Now we shall learn about non-communicable disease. The diseases those have genetic cause, nutritional disorder, lifestyle or metabolic disorder and do not transmit it from one person to another may be termed as non-communicable disease. Again I repeat this. Listen carefully. The diseases those have genetic cause, nutritional disorder, lifestyle or metabolic disorder and do not transmit it from one person to another may be termed as non-communicable disease. For example, diabetes, cancer, various types of heart disease, etc. We shall learn about these diseases in higher classes or another classes. Okay. Now we shall learn about the causes of non-communicable diseases. There are so many causes of non-communicable diseases. We shall learn about the causes of non-communicable disease and we can prevent, then we shall be fit. We shall do any work easily. Now, first, causes of non-communicable disease. Number 1, transmitted genetically from the ancestors. Number 2, leading a non-restrained life, having non-restrained lifestyle. Number 3, malnutrition, both excess nutrition and undernutrition. Number 4, lack of vitamins and minerals of our daily needs. Number 5, excessive mental stress. Number 6, lack of physical exercise or motor activities. If we do not do any types of physical activities or motor activities, then the various types of diseases occur. That is known as hypokinetic diseases. Hypokinetic diseases, obesity, diabetes mellitus is also the hypokinetic diseases. Okay, I think that all of you know the two types of diseases, is causes of diseases, and how we can prevent the infectious diseases. I hope all of you follow this and you will be fit, or and you must shall be a good future citizen. Okay, thank you.